So in high school, I found myself in a pickle. In a pickle. Wait, have you ever thought about that? Why do we have an expression about being inside of a brined cucumber? So there I am at 16 years old. I wanted to take this girl Jessica to see Hoobastank live in concert. That was her favorite band, and I wanted to surprise her. But I didn't have the money for the tickets. Now, in hindsight, her love of Hoobastank was just one of many red flags. Anyways, I had just spent way too much on my flip phone and renting movies from Blockbuster. Oh boy. I just realized I never returned my copy of Mean Girls. Can't charge me late fees if you're out of business. But what if I had planned ahead? What if I had saved what I needed? That's what this chapter is all about. What a budget actually is, why it's important, how to set one up, and most importantly, how to stick to it. All right. So let's talk about budgeting. When you hear the word budget, what first thing comes to mind? Eli.
Just controlling, like, your money.
In a good way?
In a good way, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Taking control of your money. Yeah. All right. Isabella?
Just staying organized.
Staying organized with your finances. All right. Tug?
Having a set aside amount of money you can spend.
Okay. So setting aside a certain amount of money that you go, this is my spending money.
Yeah.
Okay. Kylie?
Just prioritizing like what you spend your money on and how you spend it.
I like this. A lot of good words here. So prioritizing, setting aside, taking control. This is good stuff. Now, the bigger question, do you budget? Dude, you're about to burst out laughing. This doesn't bode well. I'm going to guess you don't budget.
No.
Why don't you budget?
Because money is money. I mean,
no one's ever explained it that simply. Money is money. So why do a budget? Do you budget?
I have to, yeah.
Why do you have to?
Well, because if I don't, then I feel like everything's like unorganized, and I feel like I have to have everything like set in a place to look at. So I have to do it like every month. But I don't do it online yet. I do it like written down. So
on paper?
A notebook, yeah, because I have to like see it, and I have to be able to get to it whenever I can. I don't know. It just helps me.
I feel like you're the personality type, kind of type A.
Right.
I need to have everything organized, and that same thing happens with your money. Okay, how about you? Do you do a budget?
Yeah, I budget. I don't know. It really helps me from not spending everything on food, and just like stuff like because like I feel like when I'm not budgeting, it's like when I want something, I buy it. You know?
So you impulsively just spend.
Yeah.
But when you do a budget, you go, oh gosh.
Yeah.
You kind of have a little bit of shock factor of, I can't spend this much.
Yeah.
Where do you spend the most on food?
Like,
where are you going? Yeah.
Panda Express.
I knew it. I knew you had a place. Who's Panda Express people here?
I never ate there.
You never ate there?
Panda Express.
So if you didn't do a budget, you would just go to Panda Express like every day?
Yeah, every hour, every day.
Every hour? Are you sponsored by Panda Express? So what kind of things do you guys write into your budget? So like on one side, you have your income. So I made $500. I made $1,000. What are the expenses that you guys are paying right now in that budget?
I set aside some for Panda Express, but then also like...
Is it just listed as Panda Express?
It's food.
Okay.
But it's, and then I like some fun money, to set aside. And then I have like giving to my church, to my mom, saving for emergency fund, and eventually to get my own car and stuff like that.
Way to go. That's awesome. Okay, how about you?
It's kind of the same thing that he was talking about. Yeah, I have like groceries because I shop by myself. I think I have a college category, setting some aside for college. Yeah, because I don't want to get into debt for college. So that's why I'm spending these 2 years in community college to make sure I have cash set aside for college and a car. So that's another.
So you've got some savings goals that are
a lot
in
of
your
savings
budget.
goals, yeah.
So you're thinking long term. I like that. And Tug, what's going on here with the budget, man?
All I really buy is food and gas.
Okay. You're a man of simple needs.
Yeah.
You don't have a lot of bills right now. So how much do you spend in food and gas a month?
In gas, probably around $300.
$300 in gas. You're doing a lot of driving.
Mm-hmm.
So what benefits have you guys found from budgeting?
It really helps me not spend everything on Panda Express. But like to save, because I used to save, I would take whatever money I had on like every Saturday or whatever and put it aside in the Tupperware box. And,
Hold on, pause. You keep all of your money in a Tupperware box?
Yeah, it's all in a Tupperware box. No, a super secret vault. It's
That's right.
yeah.
Let it be known, people.
Mhm.
Don't look for the Tupperware if you go to Eli's house.
Yeah, it's the Volt. But I mean, just like I'd like set aside a certain amount every Saturday, and then over time I'd like, oh, I forget this Saturday, and then like, oh, I forgot to do the last two, and to the point where I just forget, and it never ends up growing as much as I wanted it to.
So the budget is helping you mind your money and then reach those goals for the things that you want.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And you have no bank account.
No bank account.
So you're running an all cash operation here.
Yeah.
What problems do you think could arise from not doing a budget?
Definitely running out of money.
Running out.
Yeah, not realizing it until you go to do something and you don't have any money.
And you go, I'm broke. I
Yeah.
can't do the thing that I wanted to do.
The amount of times I went to go fill up my gas tank and I checked how much money's on my card and it said like $7. It's ridiculous.
So you go to fill up gas with your debit card and you put it in the machine?
Mm-hmm.
And
No, I'll go check it in the ATM so I don't get embarrassed first.
Wow. So have you ever done it where you got embarrassed?
No, I always check the ATM. I know how I am.
So you go to the ATM, you put your card in, and you do check balance.
Yep.
And it says $7. And then what do you do?
I put like $5 in and then I call my mama and tell her I need some money for gas.
So what happens if mom can't bail you out? What would you do?
I would have to get my friend to come get me.
Wow. Any other problems that y'all think would arise from not doing a budget?
I mean, specifically, like, yes, running out of money, but like if you run out of gas, but like also like a bigger emergency, like if your car breaks down, like something like that happens and you just don't have the money, then yeah, if your parents can't bail you out or anything, what do you do? If you're not budgeting and you don't have enough saved up, you can't do anything with that.
So it could put you in a bad spot when there's no one to bail you out, you don't have any money because you weren't doing a budget or you went over the budget. That's good. Well, this has been fun, guys. Let's get to budgeting now. Start your budget. Thank you.
All right, next we're going to dive in and look at the number one thing that will cause you to win with money. Okay, there is one thing that if you do not do this, it's going to be really hard to win over time. And when you do this thing, you will find winning with money being so much easier. And that is a budget. A budget. Now, some of you just kind of cringed in your seats a little when I said the word budget. Be honest with me. How many of you just did that a little? Kind of rolled your eyes, a budget. Okay, I get that. Okay, I even grew up as Dave Ramsey's daughter, and I hated budgeting. It is not my natural gifting. Again, I love to spend money. I'm not great at details. And so doing a budget is probably the hardest part with personal finance. It was for me for so long to get to sit down and do a budget. But I realized over time that a budget, it is not constraint. It is not cheap. It doesn't mean that you can't have fun, because for so long, whenever I heard the word budget, it was always like, oh yeah, we can't buy that at the grocery store. We're on a budget. We're not going on vacation this summer. We're on a budget. Oh, sorry, you want to go shopping? Yeah, we can't go shopping. We're on a budget. And I'm like, oh my gosh, people on budgets are not fun people. Like, if that is what living on a budget is, I'm like, no, I want to enjoy life. But after living on a budget and actually doing it, I realized that a budget is just a plan for your money. That is what a budget is. It is a plan for your money. And you're going to realize, you guys, that you're going to have to handle money. That's not an option. You're going to have to handle money. So you can choose whether to handle it well or not so well. And a budget will help you, I promise, handle it well. And so I realized as a spender, when I started living on a budget, that a budget actually doesn't limit your freedom. A budget gives you freedom. It gives you permission to spend money on the things you want. So never again will you be filling up your car with gas and thinking, oh, is there enough money in my account? Is this okay? Or going shopping online and you're wanting to buy something and you're thinking, don't have the money for that. All of those questions, they're answered when you live on a budget. And you'll realize that money flows in two ways. It flows in and it flows out. So it flows in by your income. And this could be if you have a part-time job, if your parents give you an allowance, this could be if you get money for birthday or Christmas from grandparents, like whatever it is, money is coming in and then money is going to flow out. So it's going to flow out by giving, saving, and spending. Those are the three main areas that money flows out. Now, some students ask me, they're like, okay, Rachel, but I'm a teenager, like I'm in high school. Do I really need a budget? Yes, you need to budget, because a lot of you guys, you do have money coming in. Somehow there is money coming in and you want to be intentional with that money. And the thing is, the earlier you start this, the better off you're gonna be. When you can make this a part of your life and your ongoing rhythm, as a teenager, it just gets easier, I promise. So you're gonna realize that yes, you have to budget. And budgeting, it is not a knowledge problem. Okay, we all know we should budget. In fact, 95% of people when surveyed said that a budget is somewhat important. 95% of people said that. I'm like, you can't get 95% of people to agree on anything. Like, pizza is my favorite food in the world. I had it last night for dinner. I had it 2 days ago for lunch. Like, I can eat pizza all the time. I love pizza. And I'm like, 95% of the public wouldn't even agree that pizza's the best food. Like they will not agree on anything. But they agree on this. Isn't that crazy that they say a budget is important, but only 35% of people do a budget every month. So it's not that we don't know it's important. We all know it, but doing it is what's hard. So when you don't budget, here are some cons. You can overdraw on your checking account, which means you'll be paying extra fees. You go into the hole. It's just terrible. You don't have enough money for the things that you actually need. And you can start to feel stressed and even anxious. Now, students out there, you probably don't feel those feelings right now with money, but ask the parent sitting next to you, and I can tell you they would say yes. Okay, this is a feeling you can have when you feel completely out of control. But when a budget is a part of your life, it gives you that control. So there are benefits of budgeting. It gives you that permission to spend, and it gives you permission to spend money on things that you want. That's the great thing about a budget, is you get to decide what you want to spend it on. You have money for things that you need and you want, and it does give you that sense of peace. That is so, so huge. That's the biggest part of a budget. It really is. It gives you control over your money.